we say the when we write the name of the ligands, there are different type of ligands: monodendrite ligands, didendrite ligands, and polydendrite ligands. When we are writing the name of monodendrite ligand, if more than one type of ligand is there, we can use the prefixes di, tri, etc. But if a didendrite ligand is there, which are forming chelating complex means जो complex है उसमें मेटल एटम और लिगेंड के बीच में एक क्लोज्ड रिंग स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म हो जाता है. That type of complexes are said to be chelating complex. So in those cases, instead of using the prefixes di, tri, etc., we need to use the prefixes bis, tris, etc. Like didendrite ligand example, oxalate and ethane 1,2-diamine. In all these cases, we have to use the prefixes tris, bis, etc. If number will be 2, it is bis. If number is 3, it is tris. This is in the case of didendrite ligand. In the case of monodendrite ligand, same type of ligands are there. We can use the prefixes di, tri, etc. Okay. So this is one important point during the nomenclature. So next one is also important. When we are saying the name of anions as ligands, we need to use the ending as O, like chlorido, bromido, sulfato, cyano, isocyano. In this, O is the ending. And otherwise, if it is a neutral molecule, we need to use specific terms, like if water molecule is there, we need to use the term aqua, or if it is NH3, we need to use the term amine, AMMINE. And if it is carbon monoxide as a ligand, we can use carbonyl. And if we have NO, so we can use nitrosyl. So these are some specifications regarding the nomenclature. And when we are considering the complexes, cationic complex, anionic complex, and neutral complexes are there. Neutral complex, there is no change in the rules, it is as such. And in the case of cationic ligands, we need to use the ending ion, ION. And in the case of anionic complexes, we need to add the suffixes ATE along with the name of the metal. So these are the rules governing nomenclature of coordination complex. So we will continue what we have discussed in the last class. This time we will discuss second part of nomenclature. What is that second part? Second part simply means that names are there. We are provided with the formula. Last time we have discussed, we are provided with the formula, we need to write the name. And here it is reversed. Reverse means you are provided with the name. You need to write the formula of coordination complex. Okay, let us make a trial how to use this one. Okay, so it is also very important. Let us take some example. Directly I will tell you through examples we will discuss this topic. Okay, so you can start writing. I'll dictate. First compound is tetrahydroxo zingate, tetrahydroxo zingate. In bracket you can write 2, Roman letter 2. So if you want, may I write on the board? Is it necessary? If you want, I'll write. Okay. Otherwise, you can directly write it down. Okay. Next one, second one, potassium tetrachlorido. Potassium tetrachlorido palladate 2. Palladate means a palladium. Palladate, Palladate, palladate 2. 2 is oxidation state of metal atom. Okay, so let us first make a trial with these two compounds. Okay, first one, tetra hydroxo zingate. This is the name of coordination complex. Okay, is it visible to all? दिख रहे हो?
Yes, ma'am.
नहीं दिख रहे? किसको नहीं दिख रहे थे? अभी दिख रहे हो?
Yes, sir.
Okay, moving. Then look at this. How to write? First of all, from the name we can assess that there is no counter ion on the left side of the square bracket. ठीक है? हमें left side में कोई कैटायन नहीं, नाम से ये पता चला. Second, हमें लिखना है मेटल का नाम, सिंबल ऑफ मेटल. इधर सिंबल कौन सा है? Zn. ठीक है? Now tetrahydroxo. Hydroxo means OH group. Tetra means 4. OH 4. Then square bracket. Then what is the next one? See the ending. What is the ending? ATE. ATE, it is understood that this coordination compound has a negative charge. That means it is an anionic complex. कितनी नेगेटिव चार्ज बाहर है कैसे समझ में आ जाएगा? Zn OH 4 times. जिंक, नॉर्मली जिंक का ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट क्या होता है? आपको पता है, दिस इज फिक्स्ड ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट एंड इट इज +2. So +2 and here -1 into 4, -4. Difference between -4 and +2 कितना आएगा? -2. ठीक है? So this is the formula of the complex. Got it? First of all, we write the name of the metal. Second, write the name of the ligand symbol. And now it is ending with ATE. It is understood that it is an anionic complex. How to find out कितनी नेगेटिव चार्ज है कैसे समझ में आएगा? जिंक का जनरल ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट +2 है. ऑलवेज जिंक शोज एन ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट +2, क्योंकि आपको इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन याद है 4s2 3d10. 10 इलेक्ट्रॉन कंप्लीटली फिल्ड है. जो कौन सा इलेक्ट्रॉन जाएगा? those electrons which are present in the s subshell that will enter into chemical bond formation. So इसकी ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट परमानेंट है and it is +2. And when we apply the rule +2 here and -4, so the difference is -2. So that charge we need to put in the above the square bracket like this. So this is the name of first one. Now I will write the next compound, potassium tetrachlorido pallidate 2. Potassium tetrachlorido pallidate 2. Now here, this is a different compound. Here the counter ion is mentioned, potassium. Potassium is there. So सबसे पहले हमें potassium लिखना पड़ेगा. Then we can start the square bracket. Which is the metal part? Palladium. We need to write the symbol of palladium. Pd. Then tetrachlorido. Tetrachlorido means 4 chlorine atoms. PdCl4. Complex is over, but the problem is that in this case also we need to put how many potassium ions are there. How will you decide how many potassium ions are there? Very simple. Pallidate, what is oxidation state? 2. And here 2 is there and here it is, difference is -2. -2, how to compensate this -2? How to neutralize this -2? We need to put 2 positive potassium ions outside. So the formula is K2PdCl4. I'll repeat, potassium tetrachlorido pallidate. So it is clear that there is a counter in the left side of square bracket, and that is potassium. Next is we can start the square bracket, and at the beginning we have to start the name of the transition metal, palladium, symbol Pd. Then second we need to write ligand, that is chlorine, chloride ion, Cl. How many chloride ions are there? 4. So it is Cl4, chlorine atoms 4 are there. Now oxidation state of palladium is 2, and substitute the value +2 and -4. What is the difference? -2.
-2.
गोविंद क्या पूछा था?
-2 बोला था वो।
हाँ, -2. अच्छा, so you have said the answer. Okay. So it is -2. So this is a neutral complex because iron is not there. At the ending, iron is not there. So it is a neutral complex, but it is an anionic complex. So in order to neutralize the charge, here potassium is there. So in order to neutralize -2, how many potassium ions should be there outside? 2. So we need to put 8. Got it? Did you get how to solve it? Okay. Now I will give some more example. Okay. In this way we will sort it out. Write the third example. Third example you can write diamine. Amine, A-double-M-I-N-E you need to put. Okay. Diamine, dichlorido, platinum 2. One more, potassium, tetracyano, nickelate 2. Potassium, tetracyano, nickelate 2. एक और थोड़ा डिफरेंट दे दूं, हेक्सामीन कोबाल्ट 3, सल्फेट, हेक्सामीन कोबाल्ट 3 सल्फेट. ओके, हेक्सामीन कोबाल्ट 3 सल्फेट. गॉट इट? और एक और लास्ट में लिख लो, पोटासियम ट्रिस, TRIS, ट्रिस. एक छोटा ब्रैकेट स्टार्ट कर दो, उसके अंदर लिखो ऑक्सीलेटो क्रोमेट 3. जो भी मैं लास्ट में जो नंबर बताती हूँ, दैट यू हैव टू राइट इट इन parenthesis means inside this small bracket. Okay, these are the examples we will solve now. Okay, so you will try to do it yourself. Diamine, dichlorido, platinum 2. Okay, first I will explain to you, then you will try to write, and if you have completed, you can write Y in the chat box, then I will draw the same structure on the board. Okay, this is the way we can do the practice. So the first one, diamine dichlorido platinum 2. Diamine dichlorido platinum 2. Okay, try to write it yourself within 1 minute. जिन्होंने लिख लिया वो प्लीज थोड़ा Y लिख लीजिए, क्योंकि वो फॉर्मूला लिखना मुश्किल है. यू कैन राइट इट Y सो दैट मैं आइडेंटिफाई करूं कुछ बच्चे लिखा है. पूनम ने लिख लिया, गुड, वेरी गुड पूनम. श्रीयश, वेरी गुड. ये मैं एक क्लैपिंग दे दूंगी जो बच्चों ने कंप्लीट किया है. वेरी गुड. जो बच्चों ने कंप्लीट किया है उनके लिए क्लैपिंग. ठीक है, वेरी गुड. और मैं लिख लेती हूँ अभी. ठीक है, डायमीन डाइक्लोरिडो. ओके सुरांश, वेरी गुड. डायमीन डाइक्लोरिडो प्लैटिनम 2. प्लैटिनम 2 की मतलब है उसमें कोई चार्ज नहीं है, सिर्फ प्लैटिनम है. ठीक है. नाउ विच इज द सेंट्रल मेटल आइटम? प्लैटिनम। तो मैं लिख लेती हूँ प्लैटिनम पहले। डायमीन मतलब अमोनिया 2 टाइम्स NH3 ट्वाइस। फिर मुझे लिखना है क्लोरिडो। क्लोरिडो क्लोरीन कितनी है? 2 बार। This is the structure. Okay, this is the structure of the compound. किस किस के सही आया, सही आया, किस किस के एक बार भाई लिख के बताओ मुझे किस किस का करेक्ट आया। वेरी गुड आमिर, वेरी गुड पूनम, वेरी गुड अंजलि, श्रेयश वेरी गुड, समीर वेरी गुड। ओके, आगे कर दूं? नेक्स्ट अगले बार कर ले, नेक्स्ट वाला कर लेंगे अपन अभी। नेक्स्ट मैंने आपको दिया था पोटेशियम टेट्रासाइनो निकलेट 2, ये दिया था, ये दिया था ना, ये दिया है पोटेशियम टेट्रासाइनो निकलेट 2। ये लिखने के लिए भी 1 मिनट देती हूँ, जिन्होंने लिख लिया वो वाई लिख लो। ओके, मैं अभी तक किसी ने लिखा नहीं है, अब मैं उसका आंसर लिख लेती हूँ। पोटेशियम टेट्रासाइनो। ओके यार, मेरी गुड, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड हार्दिक, वेरी गुड। चलो 2 बच्चों के लिए क्लैपिंग कर देती हूँ, वेरी गुड। तो अभी मैं लिख लेती हूँ। शशांक वेरी गुड। पोटेशियम, पोटेशियम मतलब इसमें सबसे पहले पोटेशियम बोलेगा वो। So we can start the square brackets. Square bracket स्टार्ट कर दो। फिर लिखना उसमें मेटल आइटम कौन सा है? निकल। तो निकल लिखना। टेट्रासाइनो, साइनो मतलब Cn, टेट्रा मतलब 4, Cn 4 टाइम्स लिख लिया। ये क्लोज हो गया। तो आपको ये समझ में आ रहा है ना, निकलेट 2 मतलब निकल की ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट 2 होना चाहिए। सो 2 और 4 के बीच में डिफरेंस आएगा -2। तो -2 को सॉल्व करने के लिए इधर हमें मानना है K2NiCN4। आई होप जिन बच्चों ने लिख लिया उनका ये सही भी होगा। ओके, सो विल प्रोसीड इन द नेक्स्ट वन। वेरी गुड अनमेरी, वेरी गुड गोविंद, कीप इट अप। प्रांजल वेरी गुड। चलो शशांक ऑल्सो वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड। तो नेक्स्ट वाला कर दे अपन अभी। नेक्स्ट वाला देखो, हेक्सामीन कोबाल्ट 3 सल्फेट। हेक्सामीन कोबाल्ट 3 सल्फेट। ठीक है, इसका कैसे लिख लेंगे? हेक्सामीन, हेक्सामीन तुम्हें मिटा देती हूँ। हेक्सामीन, हेक्सामीन का मतलब क्या है? कोबाल्ट पहले लिख लेते, कोबाल्ट। फिर क्या लिखना पड़ेगा? हेक्सामीन। हेक्सामीन का मतलब NH3 6 टाइम्स। ठीक है, हेक्सामीन कोबाल्ट 3 सल्फेट, कोबाल्ट 3 सल्फेट। ठीक है, कोबाल्ट 3 सल्फेट है। सो सल्फेट इज आउटसाइड, SO4 2 minus. Okay, then here there is a difference. What is the difference in this case? In this case the charges are not matching, so we need to match the charge. What is the oxidation state of cobalt? Cobalt 3. So simple में ये लिखना है, this is thrice, and what is the charge on sulfate ion? 2. So it will be 2. So this is the way we can solve this. So this is a very rare type of complex. This is the way we can write. Okay, how to write this one? Very simple. Oxidation state of cobalt, because this is neutral one. NH3 is a neutral. Neutral को हमें 0 है. So cobalt की direct oxidation जाएगा SO4 2 minus के बाद, और thrice हो गया। सो सल्फेट आयन की जो चार्ज है वो इधर आएगा 2। crisscross the oxidation state. That's all. So this is the next one. And the last one, little different. Potassium trisoxylato tree. Okay. Potassium means आगे counter ion है potassium. और what is the central metal atom? Chromium, Cr. और नेक्स्ट है ऑक्सीलेटो. ऑक्सीलेटो का शॉर्ट फॉर्म लगाना पड़ेगा OX. This is the abbreviation of oxalate ion which carry a charge -2. Yesterday we have seen the formula of oxalate ion C2O4 2-. So it can be written as abbreviation in OX. How many oxalato ions are there? Tris means 3. Then it closed. Now next is how to balance the charges. Chromium oxidation state is 3. And here one oxalate ion carry a charge -2. -2 into 3 -6. Difference between these two 3. So here we should put -3. Difference is there, so we should put K3. So the formula is K3CrOX thrice. So this is the formula of the last one. Okay, so this is the part which is important. One more question is definitely coming from this part. So you should try to learn. And yesterday I had given one homework. I don't know कितने बच्चों ने किया भी है मुझे नहीं पता, लेकिन अगर तुम्हें इसमें प्रैक्टिस नहीं किया इसके बाद ये भूल जाएगा, यू मे फॉरगेट. तो इससे अच्छा है कि कोशिश ये करो किसी अभी जो पढ़ाई के बीच में कई टाइम निकाल के इसकी प्रैक्टिस करो. ठीक है, तो प्रैक्टिस के बगैर कोई काम नहीं चलता है. और इसके अलावा एक और होमवर्क देती हूँ मैं. दिस इज नॉट बी कॉल्ड होमवर्क, दिस इज फॉर द प्रैक्टिस. ओके, प्रैक्टिस के लिए एक और एक्सरसाइज क्वेश्चन लिख लो. मेरी तसल्ली के लिए मैं बता देती हूँ प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए. क्वेश्चन ये है कि यूजिंग IUPAC नॉर्म्स राइट द फॉर्मूला फॉर द फॉलोइंग. ये है क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. मतलब मैंने कुल मिला के एक्सरसाइज क्वेश्चन 6 और 7 आपको करने के लिए दिया है पहली बार 2 दिन के बाद. ओके, सो प्लीज ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट एंड प्रैक्टिस इट बाय टुडे इटसेल्फ. मुझे मालूम है कल आपकी MCQ है, कोई सब्जेक्ट का होगा, लेकिन ये अगर बस 10-20 मिनट लगेगा इसके लिए, इसके ज्यादा तो जरूरत ही नहीं है. और अगर ये नहीं किया तो फिर इसके बाद ही फिर इसको टच करने में कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा. प्लीज इसीलिए तुम लोग करके देख लेना. ठीक है, दैट्स ऑल अबाउट द नॉमेनक्लेचर. नाउ लेट अस थिंक अबाउट अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक, bonding in coordination complex. You can write the heading bonding in coordination complex. Bonding in coordination complex. Okay, so bonding in coordination complex, it is also very important. Conceptual questions will coming from this part. So what do you mean by bonding? We all know that it is a type of coordinate covalent bond. Okay, and when we consider coordination compound, we met with only one scientist, Alfred Werner. He proposed the postulates regarding the nature of coordination complex. How is it formed? Okay, these all we have discussed regarding the postulates of Werner's theory. After that, we did not discuss any theory regarding bonding. So today we will start learning bonding in coordination complex. Okay, so whenever there is the introduction of a new theory, it will start with the limitation of the previous one. Limitation, that means drawbacks of the previous one. When we discuss this Werner's theory, we know that there are many limitations, but out of all limitation, we can focus on 3 main limitations in Werner's theory. And the first one is why certain elements are only capable of forming coordination complex. There is no answer of this question in Werner's theory. Why only certain compounds? only transition elements and inner transition elements. Why is it not possible with the p block elements? What is the reason behind? There is no explanation in Alfred Werner's theory. Second one is uh, of explanation is not given, only this much point is given. Secondary valencies of the metal atom decide the shape of the molecule. Okay, but nowhere in the theory it is mentioned that which type of bond is exactly present, and bonds have directional property or not. There is no clarification regarding this point. Last one is there. Later studies prove that coordination compounds are capable of forming. Some compounds are colored, some are colorless, some are possess. Some compounds possess magnetic property, like some are diamagnetic, some are paramagnetic, some are ferromagnetic. But in Werner's theory, there is no explanation regarding magnetic property and color property regarding coordination complex. So these are considered as the limitations of Werner's theory. On the basis of this limitation, there is introduction of next theory which clearly explain bonding in coordination complex. And you might heard about the name of the theory. It is called the valence bond theory. 11th class we have learned valence bond theory, molecular orbital theory. Do you remember that? Linear combination of atomic orbital method. These three theories we have learned in 11th class in a particular chapter with the heading type of bonding in covalent compounds. And here it is not covalent exactly, it is a coordinate covalent bond. So let us see the theory bonding in coordination compound with the help of slides. Okay, slide is there. So before that, I'll explain what is the general major points regarding this particular theory. Major point means which are the highlights, so that you need to understand first. According to this theory, the metal atom, you know that whatever be the metal in transition element category, the metal must possess enough number of orbital to accept lone pair of electrons from ligands. And which are the type of orbitals present in the transition elements or the major metal in coordination complex? They may be s orbital, they may be p orbital, they may be d orbital even. Again, d orbitals, there are two different type of d orbitals. Some are present inside, like first transition series. The general configuration we can say that 4s2 3d 1 to 9. Okay, so in this case, you think about the first one, 3d. 3d means what? It is inner d subshell, because already fourth shell start filling electron and two electrons are there in the 4s level. So in this particular case, so you can put one example, write one example so that it will be clear for you. Titanium, write the electronic configuration of titanium with atomic number 22. Okay, what is the configuration? 4s2 3d 2. 4s2 3d2 with argon configuration. Argon number of electrons 18, 18, 22 minus 18, 4. 4 means 4s2 and 3d2. Okay, then look at the configuration. 3d2 means what? D subshell. There are orbitals which are empty. Okay, then come to the outermost shell. 4s is only filled with 2 electrons. Still, in the fourth level, which are the possible subshells? 4s will be there, 4p will be there, 4d will be there, and even 4f is there. All these are empty. So, according to the requirement, the metal may use either inner d subshell or the outer d subshell to accommodate electrons from the ligand. Accordingly, the name of hybridization may change. For example, if inner orbitals are used, name of hybridization, for example, D2sp3. In the same case, if outer d orbitals are used, so the name will be changed as sp3d2, that we have learned in the case of SF6 molecule. Okay, sp3d2, their outer d subshell is used. And when inner d subshell is used, the hybridization totally changed. The name of hybridization is D2sp3. Okay, these all informations are there in the first theory, that is valence bond theory. Let us see the introduction part only for 5-6 minutes. Okay, for that I am presenting. Okay, only 5-6 minutes required. Let us see that. Now I am sharing my screen.
Valence bond theory, bonding in coordination compounds. The scientist Alfred Werner was the first person to propose the theory of bond formation in coordination complexes. However, Werner's theory could not explain why only certain elements formed coordination compounds. Why the bonds in the coordination complexes have directional nature? Why certain complexes have a magnetic nature? The limitations of Werner's theory were overcome by few modern theories. Of these, one was the valence bond theory. Let's learn about the bonding in coordination compounds with the help of the valence bond theory. An orbital is a region of space around the nucleus of an atom, where the probability of finding electrons is maximum. 4 orbitals have been defined for an atom, namely S, P, D, and F. The atomic orbitals of a metal intermix with each other to give the same number of identical and equal energy orbitals. For example, an s orbital and a p orbital intermix to give a hybrid sp orbital. Different types of hybrid orbitals are formed by the intermixing of different combinations of atomic orbitals. These new orbitals are referred to as hybrid orbitals. In complex compounds, all the bonds between the metal and ligands are identical due to the formation of hybrid orbitals.
Here you can see that inner shell is used. So the name of hybridization is D2sp3. Look, 3D, 2 empty orbitals are there. So in addition with the outer orbital 4s and 4p, they are using these two d orbitals also. Therefore, the name of hybridization is D2sp3.
The empty hybrid orbital of the central metal atom overlaps with the filled orbitals of the ligands containing a lone pair of electrons by hybridization. The type of hybridization and coordination number in the complex determines its geometry. Look at the table on the screen to understand the geometry of the complex compounds based on the type of hybridization and the coordination number.
This you can remember, this is important. You can note it down also. According to the coordination number of metal, we can decide the hybridization as well as shape of the molecule. If coordination number is 4, the type of hybridization, two possibilities are there. First case, they are using s and 3p orbital. So in that case, the shape is tetrahedral. If for the formation of the compound, inner d orbital, one of the inner d orbital is used, then the hybridization has changed to dsp2. dsp2 means total how many orbital? dsp2 only, not 3. Okay, dsp2 total how many orbital? 2p orbitals, 1 s orbital and 1 d orbital. Total 4 orbitals used, and the shape is square planar. Look at the difference. This is the difference. Now, if coordination number is 5, then type of hybridization is sp3d. Shape is trigonal bipyramidal. And here also, outermost shell has used. See that. And six coordination number. Here, two possibilities are there. Either they can use inner d subshell or outer d subshell. But both the cases, the shape is same and it is octahedral. Okay, so you need to write these all, this table, because this table can help you a lot in understanding bonding in coordination complex. Okay, so this is all about the overview regarding valence bond theory. So the
Let us now understand the common types of hybridization.
So we will discuss it in the next class. Okay, because we need a detailed study regarding all this, because this is important for the point of view of examination. Bonding, all the bonding are